Puzzle Bukkit.
Hello there. Thank you for joining us this morning on Fuzzle Bukkit. I'm your host, Kenning, and I wanted to show you the most popular deck over the weekend, brought to us by Hearthstone, submitted by a fellow named D3 Management. This is called the Legend Hunter deck, and it's a different twist on the Hunter aggro deck than you may have seen already. I've had a lot of fun playing this on ladder, and I've gained a few ranks actually, so why don't we go ahead and take a look. So here we are looking at the Legend Hunter deck, or rather my version of the Legend Hunter deck. There's a few cards I'm missing and or didn't agree with. Namely, and I'm going to go ahead and put the list up on the left-hand side here, but for right now, at the other monitor, it shows Tracking 2. I initially started this with 2 tracking cards, but I gotta be honest, I don't like that card because the other 2 you do not choose are discarded. As a matter of fact, I used tracking once, got King Krush and 2 other good cards right off the bat, and since King Krush is my finisher, as you can see, Leroy is actually the charge legendary in the original deck. But since King Krush was the finisher, I didn't want to lose him, didn't want to discard him, even though the other 2 cards were viable plays for that turn that I had. I had to choose King Krush, and I didn't like that, so I took those out, and in place of the 2 tracking, I run a Bestial Wrath, which has only showed up once in all my playtesting, but it was kind of nice because I put it on a 5/5 Tiger, and it saved him from taking some damage, and I was able to use that Tiger for removal. So it works okay, but it's subject to change. And the other is Misdirection. The reason I chose Misdirection is because it's a secret, and if you notice down here, we use 2 Eaglehorn Bows, which gain durability whenever a secret is revealed. So that was 1 plus in the secrets column for trying to replace that other tracking card. And Misdirection, when played right at the right time, can really mess with your opponent. So it's working out okay, but again, subject to change. Those 2 cards there were the replace for the 2 tracking cards. After that, we've got 2 explosive traps and 2 freezing traps, which of course are, especially the explosive trap, are staples in Hunter. Ooh, sound like a Murloc. In Hunter decks, because of their removal capability. And the freezing trap works really nice. I've used it early game to really slow the game down, and I've used it late game to remove larger creatures from the board. Regardless, it's a game slower because this is not an aggro hunter deck, and if the game's moving too fast, you need to slow it down. That's your freezing trap. Misdirection we've talked about. 2 Unleash the Hounds. Those are, yes, in the original deck as well. Since it's not a 1-turn kill type or aggro hunter deck per se, I use Unleash the Hounds more as a removal control spell than actually a aggro. Although you can use it as such, because there's not a lot of buff cards for the Unleash the Hounds, so really they're there for removal more than anything. 1 Faerie Dragon, the original. Yeah, the original only has 1 Faerie Dragon. Turn 1, coin into Faerie Dragon is kind of a pain for mages and things to deal with. It's just a good card. And the Ironbeak Owl is here. 1, because it's a beast and we're a hunter. And 2, we do have, you know, our finishers, our King Krush, and some charge cards. And toward the end of the game, you may need to remove a taunt, and it's only 2 cost. Of course, you can't run an Ironbeak and a King Krush at the same time, unfortunately. But it's really there to remove that taunt in the end. But you know, you can use it for other things. If something, if a minion's been buffed too much and it's just too hard to deal with, you can silence him there. Mildly effective in this deck. It fits. It's not so bad. 2 Knife Jugglers works really great with Unleash the Hounds, especially if your minions flooded the board. It's a good 2-drop all around. The 2 Starving Buzzards, of course, are here for card draw. Again, with Unleash the Hounds. If the minions are flooded on the other side of the board, you can get a lot of card draw out of this. Eaglehorn Bow. This is a... I play it... I assume I'm playing it correctly in this deck, but I play it more like a warrior in that I use it for removal. And, of course, coupled with the secrets, we can keep that durability up. So I try not to use all the charges at once, although if the situation dictates you need to, and we do run 2 of these. Another good thing about this Eaglehorn Bow is toward mid to late game when you're trying to push through that final push, push through enough damage for that final push, whatever, you know what I'm saying. That's 3 damage, plus 2 from your hero. That's 5 damage per turn. That's pretty powerful, especially when you've got a King Krush on the board, or a Ragnaros that's hitting 8 damage to that hero. It really adds up the damage quick and can help you win the game and really turn things around. 2 animal companions. Well, because we're a beast and we need animal companions, you've got Misha, which is your 4/4 taunt, which has really saved my butt more than once. And you've got Hogger, which is a nice, 4 rush. If you got a taunt up, Ironbeak Owl, the taunt, push in that extra 4 damage. That's 4 plus your 5 from Eaglehorn Bow in hero damage. That's 9 damage right there. Perhaps that's all you need. And then you got the, what's that other guy that no one really cares about? Oh yeah, Leok. Yeah, the 2/4. Although it does work nice for adding 1 extra attack to all your minions. But he's just kind of there for whatever. 2 deadly shots, because, well, sometimes you just got something you can't remove otherwise. It works good mid-game, too, as well, especially on your rush decks. There's just that 1 minion that's just causing you some problems. Deadly shot it. Take it out. 1 Imp Master. Great coin turn 2 play. It's even a good turn 3 play. With 5 health, or even 4 after the first turn, it really poses a problem for your opponent. Do you deal with the Imp Master? Do you deal with the imps that are flooding the board? Can you do both? It's just a great card. It does slow down the play of the game a little bit, but it gives you time to get the right cards and the right combos to set up a win. 2 Houndmasters. This is our other way of taunting. Don't have a lot. We've just got really the random animal companion or the 2 Houndmasters. But a 2/2 on a beast can be really nice. Stampeding Kodo is worth it, absolutely. It's a 5 cost, but taking care of a 2 cost minion right off the bat and putting a 3/5 on the board is a great card to have. Our 2 Stranglethorn Tigers, which are some of our heavy hitters, and of course they're stealthed. You could even stealth it with a +2/2, a 7/7 taunt stealthed. Of course, a stealth taunt doesn't do anything until you bring them out of stealth, but that can really be menacing, having a 7/7 on the board. And then, of course, you got your Savannah Highmanes, which are, running 2 of these, plus you get your 2/2 Hyena on Death Rattle, 2 2/2 Hyenas on Death Rattle. That's another problem, and it really helps with both removal and pushing the hero through to the damage. Hero through to the damage, boy, hold on, I need some coffee. There we go, need to wake up. And then, of course, the Ragnaros, because, it's Rag. Everyone runs Rag, right? With a clear board, that's 8 assured damage to the hero. And then King Krush, which, like I said, I'm running in place of Leroy Jenkins, and I kind of like it. It works out really well. You do have to wait till turn 9 to play it, and unfortunately, once you play King Krush, you really don't have any options to play anything else other than perhaps a Bestial Wrath. If you've got those 2, that gives you 10 damage. It's kind of nice. Or 10 damage for removal, because King Krush doesn't take any damage that turn. So, that's the deck. Why don't we go ahead and look at how it plays out? Alright. Our favorite, the Mage.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
Okay, so against a Mage, Starving Buzzard's a bad idea, and so is Unleash the Hounds, at least initially. And Freezing Trap probably won't help us either, so unfortunately we're going first, no coin, and we had to ditch our entire hand. And we seriously got Freezing Trap and Unleash the Hounds back. Kodo and another Freezing Trap. Well, not looking good for us. What to do, what to do. Deadly Shot, okay, well, we can Hero Power and pass the turn. Unfortunately, we've got no turn 3 play. Oh, man. Not looking good. Need to get rid of that. And I don't want a Deadly Shot. See if we can't send it back and slow the game down a little. Because we need to slow it down. We have no plays. We've got a lot of good removal, but well, that's what we have. We planned on happening. She's 4 cost, right? Goes back as a 4 cost. Alrighty. Animal Companion's gonna be our play. Although we could send the Golem back. You know what? I think I'm gonna send the Golem back. Push in 2. Really slow this down. And the reason I chose that over Animal Companion was mana efficiency. I didn't want to use all 4 instead of 3. Alrighty. So he's not liking anything. We're also filling up his hand. Fortunately, we can't use Kodo on that, but we can Deadly Shot. And push 2. Bringing him down to 24. I'm liking the way this is going. He's got 3, 6, 9 in his hand. It's a little dangerous giving him all those cards, but... Mukla. Alright, 2 bananas. We will Deadly Shot. We will Animal Companion. And it's Misha. We can give her a 6/6. Or we could Savannah Highmane, give her a 5/5. We could Tiger, and make the Tiger a 7/7. Interesting. Stealth. Like and Frostbolt. And... Are you going to coin into Hero Power just to remove her? Yep. Okay. Decisions. There's our finisher, one of them. We could remove... No, we can't remove... I don't want to use bananas on the Highmane because it makes him a target for Polymorph. I'm going to use them both on the Tiger. Now, I could have Hero Powered, I suppose. But that's a safe 7 on the board. Minus a flame. Yeah, that's a... Yeah, it would be a couple Flame Strikes. Yeah. We are in Flame Strike range.
Take heart. The Earth Mother is near.
Okay, don't have any removal for that. We can remove the Sorcerer's Apprentice. It's a good turn for Rag, but we can't clear the field without him. Or can't clear the field to play him. We run the Tiger in. That brings in Bane, which is a 4/5. Unleash the Hounds. Okay, so here's what. Ah, shit. No, wait. That'll still work for us. Whew. Almost messed up. Remove that. We're going to go ahead and play our Savannah Highmane. Pass the turn, and we really need to clear the board. I really like a turn 8 Rag, a turn 9 King Krush, but it doesn't always work out that way. And it's a Polymorph. That's fine, that's fine. Okay. Unfortunately, Frostbolt. Well, we could, a Houndmaster and a King Krush. How would that work? Alright, we'll go ahead and put up a taunt, and really trying to push to get these 2 cards played. Let's see, card 17. Oh, thank you. Excellent. Unfortunately, that doesn't trade. Well, decisions. We can Rag Explosive Trap. It's a bad time for Rag because there's a 33% chance of hitting the hero. It will take out either one of those. Actually, yes. Okay, excellent. Hits the mage. He has no more polymorphs. The freezing, hopefully... Optimally, the Golem will attack Rag first. Yeah, that's unfortunate. pushing damage through. Pyroblast to Rad. Interesting. Well, that kind of saved us from taking 10 to the face. I am going to gamble. It's 8. We need 4. We do have lethal next turn if he doesn't taunt. Flame Strike. Wow. He did it. He managed to remove the tiger. We are getting down really, really low. That only pushes in... Well, we have a chance at a taunt. 2 fireballs is 12. Oh, man. Yes, excellent. Okay, that was the right play. And we can't Hero Power and King Krush, unfortunately. So, if Misha is removed, we don't have lethal. But doesn't look like... Okay, so that saves 1 fireball. It's getting close. Getting way close. If we Misdirection, and 6 from a fireball is 10, that's the play. And we have lethal next turn without a taunt on the board. That's a little too close for comfort, but the deck can survive. Card draw? Interesting. Looking for something. I don't believe there's a way for him to have lethal this turn, which means we win. Yes, excellent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the Legend Hunter deck in all of its glory. King Krush with the finisher, which is really what I'd like to show because that's my favorite finisher. Little touch and go there. May have had a few misplays, but overall we got the win. Like I said, I'm at rank 13. I don't know how this fares in higher ranks, but I will be taking this deck as high as possible. So if you'd like to see how high I go, let me know. Post in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, do all that social stuff, and thanks for watching Fuzzle Bukkit. I'll see you next time.
Ready.